Chapter 30 on Renunciation. You must renounce the world, for renunciation is the forerunner of felicity, the manifestation of providence, and the sign of sanctity. Just as loving the world is the origin of all sins, so also is hating it the origin of all obedience and excellence. It is enough to make you renounce the world to know that in numerous passages in his book, God has called it the comfort of illusion, and that al-Hasan, may God have mercy on him, said, "It is as the greenness of vegetation and the toys of girls." And God the Exalted defined the world as being but a distraction and play to which no intelligent person should pay any attention, and to which only ignorant fools are attracted. As God says, the life of the world is nothing but play and distraction. Chapter 6, verse 32. Know that to renounce the world is an immediate felicity, and that only those whose breasts God has opened up by the dawning of the lights of gnosis and certainty are capable of it. The Prophet has said, may blessings and peace be upon him, when light enters the heart, it opens up and is enlarged. The companion said, is there any sign for that? And he replied, yes, to shun the abode of illusion, and to attend to the abode of immortality. And he said, renouncing the world relieves the heart and the body, while desire for the world increases worry and sorrow. And renounce the world, and God will love you. The origin of renunciation is the heart's knowledge of the vileness and insignificance of the world, and that had it been worth so much as a gnat's wing to God, he would not have given a disbeliever a sip of its water, and that all that it contains is accursed, except that which is for God, and that anyone who takes more than is necessary from it is unwittingly taking his own destruction. The intended result of such knowledge is to abandon inwardly desire for the world, and to abandon outwardly delighting in its pleasures. The lowest degree of renunciation is that one is not induced by the world to commit a sin, nor to neglect any act of obedience, while the highest degree is that you take nothing from it, unless you know that to take is more pleasing to God than to leave it. There are many degrees between these two. Sincere renunciation has many marks. Among these is that one does not rejoice for what one has, nor mourn for what one has not, and that the pursuit and enjoyment of the world do not distract one from that which is better for one in the sight of his Lord. Remove the love of dinars and dirhams from your heart until they become as pebbles and sand in your eyes. Remove the wish to be thought highly of from your heart until you are indifferent to people's praise and condemnation, and to whether they are attracted or repulsed by you, for the love of prominence is more harmful than that of money, and both indicate desire for the world. The basis of the love of prominence is to love being considered great by others. Now, greatness is one of God's attributes, and this thing is therefore disputing his lordship. The basis of the love of money is the love of enjoying one's desires, and this is an attribute of animals. The Prophet, may blessings and peace be upon him, has said, God the Exalted says, greatness is my lower garment, and pride my upper garment. I shall cast anyone who disputes with me with regard to either of them into the fire of hell. And 2 hungry wolves let loose into the sheep's fold will not devastate the Muslim's religion more than the love of prominence and money. Take little from the world always, and confine yourself to your needs, whether it be in the matter of clothes, food, marriage, housing, or any other comfort. Beware of indulgently seeking its pleasures while claiming to renounce it, using arguments unacceptable to God, and contriving interpretations which are far removed from the truth. The way in which the Messenger of God, may blessings and peace be upon him, and the prophets before him, and the leaders after him, shunned the world's pleasures while able to enjoy them licitly, is quite obvious to anyone who has the least knowledge. If you are incapable of renouncing the world, and you admit your desire for it, you are not to blame. You will only have sinned if you pursue and enjoy it in a manner forbidden by the law, Renunciation is a degree higher than this. Would that I knew, even had God the Exalted made it obligatory on us to take liberally from the world, where we would have found the ability to do so at a time when it has become arduous to find even a licit garment with which to cover oneself decently, and enough licit food to allay one's hunger. As God says, we belong to God, and to Him we shall return. Chapter 2, verse 156.